Many would argue that education should be free, and I think this includes everybody in the United States of America. However, most museums in the in the land of free are not free to enter. Museums are a great resource of learning and development of all ages. Many countries have free admission to their history and nature museums. This includes London, England, which I visited this past spring break. We got to visit the Natural History Museum there. We also got to visit the British Museum, which had Cleopatra's Mummy or the Rosetta Stone that we got to learn a lot from. In the UK museums, they are based off of donations only, and they thrive off of the goodness of people's hearts. The reason that the reason that they could run off of donation only is because the country is helping people broaden their minds with no cost at all. If the US would change their entries to free entry, I believe this would benefit the people to understand its own country and its own values. I believe patriotism within the US is diminishing as years go by. If people had the will to go to history museums and they were free, and all they had to do was show up, they would learn more about what their country stands for, or at least get a different perspective of their country because they get to learn their history of it. However, that is not the case. At times, people think they could spend their money on better things in their daily lives, like food and daily necessities. People shouldn't have to choose from their needs to their education. For the US to gain the love of the people, I believe they should focus on the smaller details to make people's day, even as something as simple as just making museums free to enter, which most museums in the US have their stuff donated to those museums. Things this simple can boost morale throughout all communities. Many Americans complain that life is repetitive and an endless cycle. How can American children be inspired when they go on a field trip to a museum, they would have to pay to go on that field trip, or they have to stay at school? Or if they do go for free to that museum, then that would be the only time they get to go for free, and the next time they would have to pay, and they may not be able to go. The human mind has many capabilities other than to memorize a routine. If the US cares for its people and its education and their well-being, they should look for ways to improve their education that most Americans receive. In all, I think the US should make museums free to the public to improve knowledge, patriotism, and the quality of life of its citizens, and make America more prosperous. Thank you.